My first husband died in '96 in April. We were 59, both of us were 59. And they offered the class in the fall of that year. And I took that class with my pastor's wife. And it was an awakening for me. I've always taught Sunday school, but I never had gone into the depth for which Dr. Blackaby writes that discipleship class. So I took it in the fall of '96. Right after Christmas, they came to me in '97 and asked me to facilitate the class. The class is filled up. It was awesome. And finished that class, met Bill, my sweetheart, who died last year in June of that year. And I started another class in September. He and I were married in October, and from then on, we did the classes together. So we were a team. He was a retired pastor, and we just worked together. It was an awesome thing. If you say 17 times 2 plus 4, you probably get a good number. Probably about 40 times. I have learned, and I try to teach other people exactly what your dad and Dr. Henry might have talked about, how to hear God speak. That's so important, because if you don't hear God speak, there's something wrong in the heart. And that's something that a person has to work on personally with the Lord. And I try to emphasize that and to make sure to be in that personal love relationship, real personal love relationship with the Lord. That is the most awesome thing I can think of. I go to sleep talking to him. I wake up talking to him, singing. He puts music in my heart and my mind. And all of that has come from my spiritual growth with doing the Experiencing God classes. I can't say enough about it. I introduced it to friends here this past August. I said, if you get the materials, order it from the Blackaby website. They did, and they're right now in the 4th unit studying it from Midlothian, Virginia. So God continues to use that material to bless the lives of people. I don't think we can ever get enough of him. His ways are beyond anything we can even think or imagine. So I have to say that it always breaks my heart when I see people that don't go that deep. Some take their lessons and don't study enough at home, and they're missing a spiritual blessing. But for me, it has been a spiritual experience every time I facilitate the class. It's been wonderful. It has prepared me for difficulties, the injury, and rehab for 2.5 months. And those are not things I complain about. I've learned not to have, it has taught me not to have a critical spirit, to love people from all walks of life, and do evangelism in a soup kitchen. It really is a restaurant where we fix and feed people who are some homeless, hungry, poor. And God has connected me with those people, along with my husband and a migrant camp, Black American men. God has taken our steps so many places. And from experiencing God, he has helped me to understand how to relate to people that have a hard time in life. And I'm thankful for that opportunity to grow deeper in the Lord, because I will be 80 this year. And I'm so thankful, because I know most of my life is back there, but I have 20 years with experiencing God almost. And It never leaves me. I have to tell you that out of every class I've facilitated, someone joined our church. There are 5 people right now who are in full-time Christian ministry who took those classes with me. And it's awesome to see God working. He gets the glory. And I remind people, always give the glory to God for everything that he does in your life. Have a church planted. Have a missionary going to Wycliffe Bible translators. We have a young man on the staff in our church. Another man who went to seminary and was a youth pastor in a local church. And another man who started a huge men's Bible study that has grown and grown in our church, who said if it hadn't been for that class, he never would have. And that, so God is at work.